Good morning and welcome to day 79 of our 365 studies of the Bible. At the moment, we're looking at the ancient sagas and the ancient laws of the Jews in the Old Testament. This particular part is about the covenant of Moses and the new priesthood. And here we read from the book of Numbers how the priesthood is to be consecrated. Numbers chapter 8, verses 14 to 16. Yahweh was speaking to Moses. Separate the Levites from among the people of Israel. They are mine. From now on they shall go in to worship at the meeting tent. Purify them and present them before me, because they are completely given to me from among the descendants of Israel as a replacement for those who are the first to open the womb, the firstborn of all the children of Israel. I have taken them to be mine. When I killed all the firstborn in Egypt, I consecrated the eldest son of every Israelite family to myself, and also the firstborn of every animal. But now I'm claiming the Levites instead of the firstborn Israelite sons. I'm choosing, as a gift from you, the Israelites, to Aaron and his descendants, the Levites, to work in the meeting tent on your behalf and to protect you from the disaster that would strike any of you who dared to approach the holy place. Way back on day 16, I mentioned an earthquake that swallowed up what in hindsight seems to be a bunch of rebels and their families. There had been an ancient custom amongst the earliest Israelites that firstborn sons belonged to God, and that has survived even to this day, when gold coins are given to a member of the tribe of Levi as payment to God for a family's firstborn son. Along with being God's special property had come the right to offer sacrifices and other offerings to God. But after the Exodus, another group had custody of the law, the Ark of the Covenant, and the worship in the tent of meeting. And here today is the story of the transfer of these rights and privileges from the old group to the new. The old traditional group were now associated with the rebellion, in the minds of later editors of the story, mostly from the priestly clan themselves, of course. The new group, led by Aaron from the tribe of Levi, were to be the new priestly establishment, first at the worship tent during the desert years, and then from the time of David and Solomon onwards until after the time of Jesus, they were the Jerusalem priesthood. This had both good and bad outcomes. The good outcome was, of course, stability and a well-ordered cult. The bad outcome was a conservative priesthood that became tradition-bound and repressive. How often did the prophets complain on God's behalf how the services in the temple had become tedious and the sacrifices nauseating? You can see an example of this in Isaiah chapter 1, verses 11 to 20, if you would like to look it up. Priesthood, of course, really belongs to all believers. We do not need protecting from the real God, who, though genuinely awesome, is nevertheless loving and on our side. We have personal access to God, and encouraged by Jesus, may call him Father. Preserved in tomorrow's reading, we have words of an ancient creed of the Israelites that have been preserved as a part of the harvest thanksgiving of ancient Israel. I'll see you tomorrow and we'll read that then.